Healthline is dedicated to bringing you the best health information. It's a chance for you to join me, Kokui, and our panel of doctors as we tackle questions that we received from you. Healthline empowers Ghanaians to take control of their health, and this starts with you. Now, for the first time, we'll meet our panel of doctors who will be sharing their expert opinions on health issues. Let's welcome Dr. Bright Asamoah.
Thank you, Kokui.
And Dr. Araba Lane.
Hi, Kokui.
Hi, Dr. Araba. And Dr. Senyor Misrame.
Right, good evening, Kokui.
Later on, you will also meet Dr. Male J. He is our traveling field doctor going around the country and bringing us back great medical stories. Some of those stories will put you to tears, I promise you. Tonight, we follow Teresa's story about her recovery from a childbirth gone wrong, and we meet a little girl who just wants to grow up normally. We give power to you this episode with our first topic of the night. We focus on the heart. For our first question, we have a question from our roving health cam that has been gathering your questions from all over the country.
Patwe from Ibrahim Ajara. Me question me want to say. They say me be say. Ediane be na edia ya ubenya akumayare.
We've been hearing cholesterol. So you talk about foods that are high in cholesterol, fatty foods or unsaturated foods. We all know our fried rice and chicken, which is a major cause of that. Then again, a lot of people take alcohol. Too much alcohol isn't too good. It actually promotes hypertension. Then again, salt. A lot of people like salt in their diets, especially when they're eating. Then they put that salt right beside the food and take some, add some. That is very, very terrible. That's one thing that really promotes hypertension.
You also need to take a lot more vegetables and fruits, which has a lot of fiber and it's low in calories. You want to go for protein that is less fatty. Lean meat, poultry, fish, and egg white instead of the yolk.
You all know chofi.
Yes, we do.
Tails. And people sometimes like food with a lot of oil in it.
I thought chofi was banned.
It has been banned, but
it's still on the market.
It's still on the market, yes. People just love the oil. You see people buying food in a restaurant, in a chop bar, and they ask, oh, mami, I want kakra guso. Or then sugar is one major thing.
Exactly.
All right. We eat so many things in a day, and somebody will take breakfast with a lot of sugar in it, goes out and then takes a bottle of soft drink, and then in the evening get something sweet. So you accumulate a lot of sugar. So everything should be done in moderation. I'm sure that's what Ajara wants to know. So you eat in smaller bits, all right, and avoid all these foods that we have mentioned.
Exactly.
And instead of going for white bread, you can go for whole grain bread.
But the white bread tastes so good.
Because of the sugar.
We all like white bread because of the sugar.
Yes.
That's true. But the brown bread is better for us. Okay. For our next question, we pick one from the many that you have sent. We have SMS texts coming in from you, and this is our first SMS of the season. Ikuya asks, my blood pressure is 150/90. What should I do to bring it down to normal?
Right, normal blood pressure, is from 90/60 to 140/90. I'm sure by now you all realize that we are mentioning two numbers. All right, your blood pressure has two names. Its first name is called the systolic, which is the top part. And blood pressure's second name is called the diastolic, which is the bottom part. So you can't mention blood pressure by mentioning just one figure. It's always one figure over the other one.
Now, let me explain what the systolic means, right? Systolic is the pressure in your blood system or in the vessels when the heart pumps. And the diastolic is the pressure that's in the vessels during two heartbeats. So if these values are very high, they actually can promote heart disease. They can worsen your hypertension, lead to probably a stroke, even lead to heart failure if this is not managed.
So I think that for her, she needs to have the blood pressure checked again All right. In most places, they will let you do what they call a blood pressure profile. Because you agree that most people come to hospital and then they just are scared
The
when
white
they
coats.
see, white
Blood
coats
pressure.
and hospital. So we actually call that white coat hypertension. All right. So most people will let you do a blood pressure profile where you go and check your blood pressure somewhere that you're comfortable, morning and evening for a week. And then we can establish that for real, you are hypertensive.
All right, so back to our health cam. Now we're in the Brong-Ahafo region.
The frame is Suleiman Asalifu Sarki. Yeah, me kuma ha e bomi. Me desore so me hu na ye me ya. And me ba bisa e yare ben.
Irregular heartbeats in medical terms is called arrhythmia.
Or
Right.
dysrhythmia.
Or
Or dysrhythmia, yeah.
You know, the heart's major function is to pump blood and to circulate blood to all parts of the body. And it does this by beating. And beating actually comes about because of a complex electrical system the heart has, and it sends impulses around the heart to bring about the beating.
Okay.
So any disruption of this electrical system is what brings about the irregular heartbeat.
So there's
you could
definitely
have
something wrong.
Definitely something wrong.
Some people can just perceive their heart beating abnormally when they hear bad news. Sometimes your emotions will send a signal from your brain that tells the heart to beat very fast. If the heart is forced to beat very, very fast, then it's not able to beat according to the rhythm. And at the same time, if your heart is forced to beat too slowly, it also loses its rhythm. So you can either have a high rate that is abnormal, and then you can have a low rate that is also irregular.
And you
So
can
that-
also have a skipped heartbeat. You
Yes.
could feel that suddenly it's as if your heartbeat stops and then starts again.
So doctors, I have a question now. And please don't laugh at my question.
Okay, Kokri.
Okay, we're talking about the heart, right? And people sometimes get broken hearts. So when you get broken heart, is it really a broken heart? Like, is your heart really broken? That's my question.
Kokri, how many broken hearts have you gotten? Right. I think it's quite a good question.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Because when someone really says that they're broken-hearted, you agree with me that you actually feel this pain where you think that your heart is. And it's the same when you have very strong emotions, like you're very angry, like you're very happy. Some of these things could cause you to feel some kind of dull ache in there. That's why people say they have a broken heart. But there is actually something called broken heart syndrome in medicine.
Are you serious?
What it is that
Really?
it's initiated by strong emotions. All right, it could just be anything. And there are some parts of your brain, okay, which send signals to the heart. And it actually gives the heart the same feeling that it gets when you have a proper heart attack. So people will say, I feel a lot of pain. And, it can be that serious that people could feel that kind of pain and just fall down and die. And also, there could be the group of people who already have a heart problem.
That's complicated
And so
by the
then
emotion.
emotions would complicate it. So I'm glad that you got your heart attacks, but you're still standing here and presenting the show.
Okay, I never had a broken heart.
Okay, so you never had a broken heart.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Dr. Sega,
You're
for that
welcome.
explanation. For more information on the heart, subscribe to our Healthline SMS service. To subscribe, SMS the word heart to 444. If you want to subscribe for any other topic, you can visit www.healthline.com.gh and look at the other topics available. Healthline, your health, your line. For now, we'll take a break for a commercial, and when we come back, we will meet our roving doctor, Dr. Male J, and his visit to Bato.